So we started off the day at the Olympic Park. We got a tour of the behind-the-scenes tour of the IBC, where we saw some of the future innovations that they're doing within media in the Olympics. They have this thing called 3D Super High Vision, which is an unbelievable program. The athletes look really realistic. It's a wonderful thing. We got to go into a room and see it, put on these cool glasses. Then we got a tour of the MPC, which is the Media Press Center, and we got to meet people like Mary Burns from USA Today. She's the sports editor. See how they deal with the time difference, how they report on all of the different going-ons of the Olympics, all the different venues and stuff like that.
And some of us got to go behind the scenes of NBC Studios, which was awesome. Basically, they brought us around. We saw all the different production facilities. We saw the NBC.com team, and pretty much the highlight of that tour was being able to sit in Bob Costas' seat, where he does all his coverage for the U.S. and for all the spectators back at home.
Next up, we met with Peter Franklin, head of global sponsorship for Coca-Cola. They had a activation center that they are calling the Beatbox for the Olympics. Basically, they worked with a couple Olympic athletes leading up to the games to put together this activation center and create this beat that it has sounds from the game. So the sound that a bow and arrow makes when you shoot it, to the heartbeat of one of the athletes. They had a DJ brought in from the UK that put all these sounds together to create the beat that is being played throughout the beatbox. It was really cool. You could touch one of the installations. They had all these boards that built this installation that would have all of the sounds individually, and then when you walked to the top of the beatbox, the sound was played throughout. So it was really cool to see from the beginning stages to the final beat that is now being promoted through the games with Coca-Cola, how that all came together. And then later in the afternoon, we received a tour. Volunteers are giving tours of the Olympic Park about sustainability of the games. So we walked all throughout all of the marsh area, along the river, and then to see all of the plants. There's 4 temperate zones that are now being grown in the Olympic Park that are going to be left there after the games. So we learned all about from the plants and all of the marsh and the river to the buildings themselves, and each venue, how that is going to be given back to London and being used sustainably after the games are over.
And finally, our entire class went and supported Team GB and our favorite GW alum, Pops Mensah-Bonsu, at the basketball game to cheer him on in these awesome buff t-shirts, and we had a great time. Go Pops!
Inspiring
a generation!
2012.
2012!